Good evening, all, and welcome to the Tactical Devils. Tonight, we're going to talk about the latest takeover rumors. We all read the tweet yesterday from Turkey, Al-Sheikh, and we know that he said the best news I heard today is that Man United is now in an advanced stage of completing a deal to sell to a new investor. I hope he's better than the previous owner. So that came out and the speculations went wild. Wow. It's the international break, nothing going on, and out of nothing, this comes the bomba. But there's more. Today he came out, this evening, he said, my yesterday's post about Manchester United potential sale meant one thing. The club is in an advanced negotiation phase with new investors. Just to clarify, I am not the investor, nor are they from my nation, that be Saudi. I'm posting this as a fan who wishes the deal to happen, though it might not necessarily happen. Okay, so he's backtracking a little bit, but it's very interesting. It's very interesting. And tonight, Chris Wheeler, a lot of other journalists are reporting breaking a consortium based in the United Arab Emirates, UAE, is understood to be considered making an offer to the Glazers family to buy Manchester United and have already approached some ex-United players about coming on board as ambassadors. And I think we are talking about an investment group based in the UAE, and they would sell in a demand in excess of £5 billion. So it might happen. We will talk more about it. As per now, we don't have much when it comes to details. Nothing is certain. It's just wild speculations. But guys, we will talk about it. Stu and I, we will have a debate and bring you on board, guys. If you haven't, smash the like, subscribe if this is your first time on the Tactical Devils, and we will be back after the intro, Stu and I. See you in a second. Boom, boom, boom. It's going to be a great show, guys. There's so much to talk about, and we know nothing. So do you. It's just wild speculations, but we can speculate. I promise
Yes.
you, we can speculate, and we will talk about all that has been going on in the last 24 hours, I would say. But first of all, I want to say hi to my compadre Stu. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm all right, pal. I'm all right. I'm, nervously excited, like everybody else is. We need the Glazers gone, and we need them gone sharpish. We have done for a while.
Yes.
Do we need Ineos gone at the moment? Difficult to say. They've had a very rough 12 months or 14 months, whatever it is. But they've done a lot of good for the club, whether we like Sir Jim Ratcliffe or not. They stabilised the club, which is important. But what's happening right now, what's happened yesterday, what's happening today, what's happening tonight is hugely interesting for me. Mm-hmm. I noticed that Mr. B's in the chat already, and he will tell you, as a boxing fanatic that he is, that this Turki Al-Sheikh is no mug. He just is no mug whatsoever. Now, for somebody of his stature, to put his name to something, publicly tweet something, suggests there is something that he is aware of, not involved, as he made it clear, but that he is aware of, that there must be something going on, or discussions, or something along those lines is happening. He just wouldn't do it. You know, this guy is a serious operator. He has made fights in the world of boxing that that nobody else can make. He has put a real threat to the establishment in boxing, in promoters. So this guy, for him to do it, there's something going on. What that is, I don't know. How it would ever work out, I equally don't know. But I do know this, that if he is involved in discussions, if he is involved in actually pushing it, but not investing it, or he's a silent investor, but for him to come out and say this, there's something attached to it. There really is. Now, we don't know much about the UAE, United Arab Emirates. We know that Abu Dhabi are involved with City, and we know that the PIF are involved in Newcastle. What will be interesting to see, and I've heard certain reports saying that the Newcastle deal just hasn't appeased the PIF hierarchy. They think it's a bad investment, and they could well be looking to sell that. But we also know that there are investment groups out there that are designed, and the PIF one in particular in Saudi Arabia is designed to swallow up as many different sports as it can, because it wants to be the sporting hub of the world over the next 10 years. That's its
What
thing.
are we talking about? Boxing?
We're talking about boxing. We're talking UFC. So, yeah, UFC. So I think it's quite interesting to know that the UFC president, Dana White, has signed a deal of some description with Turki Al-Sheikh. I know it's more to do with boxing. Mr. B might be able to tell us a bit more about it. I don't know too much about it, but I know there's that deal on. But they are looking at taking American football over there. Or baseball. They've got, I think, 3 races in F1 over there at the moment. There's a lot going on in the Middle East, so to speak. Now, the UAE. Actually, let's be clear about this. Everybody knows that the jewel in the crown in world football is Manchester United. That is the jewel in the crown, and anyone who gets a chance to own it, will do what they can to do it. Now, if you're at UAE, do you need a consortium? Not really. 5 billion quid to somebody in the UAE is like fucking me and you picking up a 100 quid, Jarvis. It really is. I know it's stupid to say, but if you listen to Chris Eubank, and he does his own negotiating, he negotiated with this guy Turki Al-Sheikh, and he said, I give him a number which I think is really steep, and he looks at it and goes, "What, is that it? Oh, all right then, I'll just sign that now." We're dealing with a different market, a different world out there when it comes to money. Even the Americans were dealing in a completely different world.
Yeah.
I think, should we be skeptical? Yeah, I do. I do think we should be skeptical about it. But again, I go back and I reiterate, if this man has put his name to something, there is an element of truth. So I think it's time to stand up and take note. We do know the Glazers can sell, don't we, their share now? But they've got to give Sir Jim first refusal. I think we all know that. Sir Jim Ratcliffe right now is not in a position to take that money. If he goes for a full sale, Sir Jim will be looking to get at least an extra $1 billion on his outlay. So
we are talking about the full sale, but the latest reports that came out is just about the Glazers part, the 62%.
62%, yeah. So look, cautious optimism, absolutely. I really believe it's cautious optimism. Is it because we're in an international weekend break for 2 weeks? I don't know. I don't know, because in the UK last night we had an hour-long show on Sky Sports about Manchester United and Ruben Amorim's time, based on Sir Jim's, interview that I'm going to give him, 3 years, whatever. It's hugely interesting. So I don't know where I'm at with it. I'm a little bit giddy over it because I know the guy. And Jamie, you're right. Sorry, I did point out at the beginning of the stream that he's made it clear it's not him that's interested, or Saudi Arabia. But the point I was making, old friend, was that he speaks volume. His words carry, and when he speaks, people listen. So he wouldn't say anything without some kind of knowledge. What that's going to do moving forward, fuck knows. Fuck knows. I don't know. But anyway, what's your thoughts on it, old friend?
No, I'm trying to think outside the box, because we all seen what Ben Jacobs have said on the matter. We have heard Chris Wheeler and his reports. There've been some wild speculations from the Sun and other dodgy newspapers, and we have for me, I'm just trying to figure out, who is this guy. You told me a lot about him, and when we talk about the UAE, they host Formula One, Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, cricket, tennis, basketball, UFC.
Oh, they did a lot.
Horse racing, cycling, the UAE Tour, baseball, so many things, marathons, athletics, rugby, paddle, you name it.
You name it.
They are taking over the world.
They're taking over the world, yeah, when it comes to football.
But for me, when I think of this guy, Turki, Al-Sheikh, where did he come from? Who's behind him? Who's backing him? Is it the royal family?
Yes, the royal family. Yeah. He's backed by it. He runs the royal family sporting empire, basically.
So basically, we can call him the PR manager of the nation of sports.
I would say director of sports rather than PR. Yeah, I'd say director. Yeah. We first know him, as Danny B said, through boxing. If you ask us where he came from and how he suddenly appeared, I don't know. Mr. B said, he's basically Minister of Sports. I don't know until he appeared on the boxing scene. What he's done for boxing is completely rewrite the script. He's rewritten the script. I mean, Riyadh Season has been a huge success. They own Ring Magazine as well. A huge success. But they're paying the money. They're paying fighters real money again. A lot of fighters were getting stiffed in the UK. They weren't getting paid big bucks, so they were having to go out to Saudi Arabia now. So they're getting real money, and you're getting proper fights that fans want to see. They weren't getting made. They just weren't getting made. So this guy has done it, and he has done something completely different that anyone else has done for boxing. And I like the fact that he's done it, and it's absolutely brilliant. So there is a lot of credibility there, buddy. A lot of credibility.
There is. I just want to say I'm retweeting at the moment the show, because we are co-streaming on X, as we all know, as we usually do. So guys, do me a favor, retweet this on X if you have X. If you are using X, do us a big favor and retweet. Where is it? Here we are. Yes. So you can just go on x.com, push that link, Bowley77. And you will find the latest tweet, and that's the retweet of the show that we are going live at the current moment. We are 139 people in this house right now,
141.
watching 141,
yes.
and we are talking about the latest takeover news, rumors. We have a super chat, Stu, coming
really?
in
Sorry, I missed one.
from Bilal.
I apologise.
Let
Sorry,
me.
Bilal. He gets the big stuff, doesn't he, Bilal?
Yes, he deserves a fanfare.
Yeah.
Big up, Bilal. Thank you for the
Big up,
super
Bilal.
chat.
I'm learning to play the
£5.
drums, by the way, Jarvis. I'm learning to play the drums. You were doing that. I saw you do it. I'm learning. I'm not very good because I haven't quite got the stick handling right. I've only just started. So
I will try to use this.
I'll get my drumsticks out.
I'm a terrible drummer. I don't know even how drummers do it. They use their feet, both feet.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Everywhere.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's really, really tough. Really tough.
Bilal, coming in and say, Will. Okay, you read
Will.
It.
Yeah, so Will still. So Will still be manager. Southampton next season. Who knows? Brilliant one. Brilliant one.
Will still be Southampton manager next season.
Who knows? Lovely one, that one. Absolutely lovely, that one. Danny Carey from Tool. Now, you talk about drummers. This guy, Danny Carey from Tool, is unbelievable. So they're renowned for, a prog rock, so their average song's about 8 minutes long, but they're renowned for unusually complicated signatures within their music. And Danny Carey in particular is one of the best when it comes to what I would call out of time drumming, because he will put a drum beat in or a snare beat when you're not expecting them. I'm glad you like Tool, Dave, 147, because they are absolutely
Tool. That's the guys with the masks and
no.
Tool.
No.
Okay, they're not.
No. So it depends. There's a lot more bands with masks now, so it depends which one you're talking about. Ghost have got masks. They're from
Sweden.
Sweden, yeah. Ghost are from Sweden, I think.
Sweden,
yeah, they've got masks. So their band members are called ghouls. Ghouls. And I think the latest incarnation of the lead singer is Papa Emeritus something.
Okay.
Then you've got who wears masks? You might have to tell us in the Dave, tell us who wears masks. And Tool are brilliant. So Tool. We better carry on, haven't we?
Where's my manners? I'm not a good host. I need to say, we need to say hi to everybody who's tuned in. Sorry, this is such a big topic, so we just let our mind wander. Bilal obviously is in the house. Mr. B is here. Gavin Underwood, the Wootinator. Big up Wootinator, one of our moderators. Mark Davis, big up Mark. Good to see you. We have Tom Porter in the house. Tyrone Williams. Who else is here? We have Stu Wally 70 on Twitch. He's a Twitch legend. I don't know who that guy is, but he constantly tunes in.
He's a legend. He is.
Yes.
Legend.
Gas Elliott is here, coming in with the Glazers out, Ineos out. Big up, Gas. Good to see you. We have Rich Red Devils United coming in the house. Kevin McGee is here. Who else? Let me just scroll. Burba. Big up, Burba. Good to see you. Adam Partridge is in the house. Big up, lads. You okay? Yes, we are. Hopefully, we will get the takeover and the Glazers will be bye. That's what we are all hoping. We have Muhammad Ali, the boxer, coming in and say we need a full reset in the club. Big up, Muhammad Ali. Is it just me coming in? Evening, everyone. Let me just scroll. So many of you. Stephanie Griffith is in the house.
Stephanie's in,
Catherine is there.
Yeah, Catherine, no nonsense.
Good to see you. So many of you legends have tuned in. Wootinator, maybe I mentioned you. Big up, Wooty. Boxing Unfiltered. Jamie Wayne is here. Big up, Jamie Wayne. Agile Beast 21. I think I mentioned all of you guys now. No, we have Chris King coming in. Chris is King. He says, this is the way the Arab nations and Muslim Trojan into software England. Okay. Not this. We are not in the mood for politics. Let's see who else do we have.
No, we need to move that. Yeah,
we have Tyrone. Greetings from X. Big up coming in from both channels. Let me just. And Dave 147 is in the house. Big up, Dave. And
just reminding us it was Slipknot. Yes, Slipknot.
Slipknot. That's the obviously the one.
Yes, and I don't know. My brain went then, completely went. Thank you.
Yes.
Cheers, guys, as well. Thanks. After my brain just completely went.
If I forgot to mention your name, you have to excuse me. I tried my best, but if I new names now in the chat, I will shout you out. So thank you, everybody. Thank you. And Bilal coming in with a question: are you doing a Norway watch along, Jarvis? If I have the time, I think this 5:30 kickoff UK time. So I will see. I'm busy. It's a busy weekend. So it's always. But if I have the time, I will try to do a Norway watch along. That will be brilliant. And if Stu have the time, maybe he will join me. I forgot to mention Jale Malmin. He said, just don't dream too much, Jamie. It will hurt you when you find out, like the rest of us, that this is not really going to happen. So Jale Malmini doesn't believe in this transfer takeover rumors. We have also Chris Johnson Adventures coming in and say international break, of course. Yes, this is when everything happens. And we have pastime Darius coming in and say, pick up, lads, such a weird story. This is a drag clause, means that even if the Glazers agree to a sale, they legally have to offer the same terms as Ratcliffe. So I have no idea what this is all about. And this is what I was wanted to talk about, Stu, because could it be, I'm just wildly speculating because we have no facts on the table now. Could it be that the Glazers actually are planting this rumor just to force Ineos to make a move?
Again, you can't underestimate,
because we know they are cunning guys. Again, they know how to play this game.
But you can't underestimate Turki Al-Sheikh. Again, he's not going to risk his reputation by tweeting something so publicly to, what has he got, 7 million followers plus? Then and no, it just wouldn't happen. It just wouldn't happen. He's not going to do it. If I was in his position, there's no way I would do it. But let me tell you something about the Glazers, right? Sir Jim Ratcliffe right now. It isn't just a 5.2 billion quid deal, is it, for him? It's a 7 billion quid deal because he's still got to fund the stadium. So he's still got to do that. Yeah, so he's still got to do that. So it's too rich for Jim. Just over 5 billion is too rich for Jim. I think if there's a deal on the table, I think it becomes a full sale. I think,
but Jim could gather his entourage of billionaires and put together a consortium and try.
He could, but then when you look at what's happening at Chelsea, you've got a lot of outside investors in there. You've got the two main players, but you've got a lot of smaller investors in there. It's always a danger when you have too many people with $1 billion worth of investment to want their say. It's just ridiculous, unfortunately. So I don't see Jim being into that. I think if there's a deal on the table and he can double his money, get 2.8 billion back, I think he'll happily walk away.
Well, either way, it's very interesting.
Great point. It's a great point. This is not something any of us were considering, would we? None of us were considering this to be even on the horizon. We knew they were able to sell their shares, but this has come out of the blue. But it's if it was just a reporter, a newspaper reporter, or a Ben Jacobs, I've heard this, I've heard that, then yeah, absolutely. But I think this is really quite key. And I know I keep going about Turki Al-Sheikh, but there are certain people who will not risk their reputation on feeding bullshit.
Yes,
they just won't do it. He individually has too much at stake, because what he's built with boxing, if he becomes unreliable, then he can't afford that. And so there's a lot of smoke with it. I agree, Catherine. There's a lot of smoke, but I believe there's fire as well. I think it's really, really interesting. I really do. A lot of people don't rate Turki Al-Sheikh. That's absolutely fine. Got no issue with that. And, if people don't believe it, that's absolutely fine as well.
Well, I made a poll at the beginning of the show, so it was stating quite simple thoughts, real or fake. And we have 64% of the devilish tacticos saying they believe it's real, and 36% believe it's fake. So, now it's 65-35. So
it's going to end up at 50-50, that is. Now, here's the other thing. Yeah, I read something else today. I don't know whether you read it, but I read that, we've been having a big season ticket debate, and I said that there'll be no more season tickets, etc., etc. I read somewhere today that United are considering doing a purchase sale seat. So if United, a bit like you buy your seat at Wembley Stadium, so that you buy a seat for the year and you go to all home games, all concerts, all American football, whatever, it's your seat. So that's going to remove season ticket holders out of the equation.
I'm just trying to figure out if this guy has any connections in the Emirates and who is his go-to guys.
I don't know whether he's got
Al-Ghurari. He's a major banking and business figure. He has close connections to Turkey. Al-Sheikh.
Okay. Now,
just throwing out names, but maybe.
Can you just check? I think Turki Al-Sheikh's invested in a football team as well. I don't know if he owns one, but I thought he was invested in a team.
And there's also a guy called Hussein Savani, founder of DAMAC Properties. So, we don't know, but I'm just speculating. Big up Das Sweets coming in. Hi, Rich. Yes, Rich is also in the chat. Big up, Rich. And we have Nikki T coming in. And big up, Nikki T. Good to see you. And Stian Gaming. I didn't mention your name, so big up, Stian.
Oh, he did. I thought I read somewhere that he'd invested in something. Club. I didn't know what it was, but
Egyptian club originally called
Pyramids.
Pyramids.
Yeah, I know. He has invested in a club. I just don't know where it is. It could be called.
I think he's also a co-owner of the English club, but I think it's Stonehenge.
Yeah.
Stonehenge, yes, and So
I'm not. I did read somewhere that he was invested in some kind of football club. I don't know where. Who knows?
What are you talking about, Baptiste? I can send you a clip of him smashing up his TV after losing FIFA.
FIFA game. Brilliant. But look, he's got money. He's got money. This guy's got money. He will be backed. But like I say, anyway, we know he's not interested. He's made it. Oh, here we go. I don't know whether that's.
Yes, but I wanted to move this on to a Almeria FC Spain. Okay, big up. Thank you for the info, guys. If you have any info, help us out. Post it in the chat. I just wanna throw this one out here, just for the debate. Cristiano Ronaldo becomes the first ever billionaire with a net worth of $1,045 million. So obviously this guy has money, and could he be one of the guys who actually are interested in buying Man United, like being the front figure of a consortium of other billionaires?
Do you know, I would consider that to be a possibility. Yeah, I would consider that to be a possibility for sure.
And question two, Wouldn't that be amazing having Ronaldo as the owner?
It would be it would be interesting. I mean, talk about coming
How
full
would he
circle.
actually act as an owner? He wouldn't take no nonsense.
No, God, no. I mean, talk about coming full circle. He's made he's the first footballer billionaire, isn't he? He's beaten Messi, which is unbelievable. What an achievement that is.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a very, very switched on guy, isn't he? I don't know. It'll be quite interesting to see. I'd imagine it'll be somebody like Ferdinand, who's out in Dubai, lives out in Dubai now, doesn't he, Ferdinand? Somebody like that who's got connections. I don't know. I mean, there was talk about us playing in some kind of Saudi Arabia tournament, isn't there?
That's the latest. There could be a tournament if we can find a date that's open, and we have the Saudi League, we have the Premier League. There's not many openings when it comes to this, but if we can find a date, there could be a small tournament with two Saudi teams and Man United playing, and the winner will eventually get around £10 million. So there is some money in it.
Yeah.
Well, we have to travel to Saudi, I believe, and play a couple of games. And the rumor says we are maybe going to face, was it Al Hilal and Al Ittihad, the two Riyadh clubs.
Yeah, Ronaldo's team. Yeah.
So that's quite exciting. We will do whatever we can just to scrape some money into the budget, because we need money. We don't have the Champions League income as every other club apparently have now. It feels like in the Premier League, at least the guys we are competing against. So but there's been some Saudi rumors today about Bruno. Big up Bathheim, big up, good to see you. Did you see that, Stu? Apparently, he's not leaving. He's not leaving in January, and he's not open to leave in the summer. So he wants to stay.
I did see that.
But how do you see that? Do you think we will have Bruno on for the next 2 to 3 years in this squad? Will he be a part of the Amorim project?
There's a nice issue with footballers. I'm not leaving. Well, you are if we tell you you are. It depends how strong the club wants to be, really. If it was me, I think you've got to move Bruno on. We've all said that. Everybody in the Devilish Tacticos have spoken about it. We've spoken about it. Our guests have spoken about it. We've got to move him on. He cannot. I'm tired of players dictating and telling us what they are doing. We tell you what you're doing. That's how we do it. Liverpool told what's his name, Nunes, what he was doing. You go in. Why? Because we're bringing in Ekatike and what's his name, Isaac. So you go in. It happens. We've got to start telling people to go, which is one of those things.
But do you think Bruno want to leave, or do you think he's determined to help Man United forward and upward and be a part of the long-term Amorim project?
I don't think he wants to leave.
Where do you think he stands personally?
I don't think he wants to leave. If you turn down 700 grand a week, as purported, then yeah, you've made your bed very, very clear that you're going to lie in it and wrap yourself up for the winter. Absolutely. But this is where a club has got to turn around and say, sorry, no, we need you gone for the betterment of the club. But it won't happen. As Trev said, it's time for me to go. Can you bring somebody else in? Trev's getting gone. Can you please leave the stream? Yeah. Well, I'll do what Bruno's done. No, I'm going nowhere. I'm staying put.
But I think people they want Bruno gone.
They do.
For me, I'm a little bit torn when it comes to Bruno. I think he has something that no other players has in this squad, and that's creativity. If we let Bruno go, we need another creative midfielder to come in, and I think that's the only reason why we play him. because I think Amorim feels he needs some creativity, someone who can break the lines, do something from deeper in the pitch. And you know, I don't know if people are aware of it. I talked about this on Noradin channel the other day. We went through the history of Man United and the former managers under Moyes, under Van Gaal, under Mourinho, and you know, we were lacking a creative midfielder for so many years. It wasn't before we brought in Paul Pogba that we actually had someone who could be creative a little bit deeper on the pitch, and that wasn't even Pogba's preferred role. Same as Bruno, he had to play as the number 8 in a way, and you know, he really shined under Oli when we played the midfield trio of was it Matic and Herrera and Pogba. But actually under Oli, at least in the interim period, it was Herrera who played in the 10. And every time we build up, they interchange position, Herrera and Pogba. For Pogba came from a deeper role because Oli understood he needed a more creative ball progressor a little bit deeper in the pitch in the first phase. And I think this is where it lies, the problem with Bruno, because we don't have anyone. And you know, we think he's reluctant playing Kobe Mainu, but you know, Mainu can't hit those 50-yard pingers and break the lines.
No.
Casemiro can do it, but he's not consistent. Ugarte, no way, he can't do it. So you know, I think it's the creativity that forces Bruno into this squad. And we talk about signing a player like Baleba, but what are we going to do with Baleba? We still need a creative midfielder into this setup.
He's box to box.
So this is where the problem lies, and I think we won't sell Bruno until we will bring a creative midfielder in who can actually replace him, because that's not Baleba. So this is where I stand at the moment. I just want to, before I let you speak, Stu, when it comes to Moyes, we struggle because we had an aging Carrick and who was it? Fellaini who played, and Tom Cleverley. That was our central midfielders. No one could progress the ball. So David Moyes was forced to play it long to the wingers, and we just bombed the 18-yard box with crosses. And the only guy we had in the box was Wayne Rooney, and he's not a tall guy. So you know, it was doomed to fail. And same with Van Gaal. You know, Van Gaal, we were playing the ball from one side to the other side, around and round and round and round, but we had no one who could actually play the ball forward to our strikers and attacking players. So we still lacked an attacking creative midfielder. So it wasn't before we came to Oli we actually solved the problem, I would say, and because and Mourinho. So this is why we play Bruno.
Yeah, but then we went and you know, criminally allowed Ander Herrera to leave. I mean, that was criminal. Virtually, that is bordering on criminality, allowing a player like Herrera to leave. We needed him for stabilising. He would have stabilised us for the next 2 seasons. It would have worked again with Pogba. Pogba would have been able to become a bit more freer, but we didn't do that, you know. And we wasted signings. We wasted Eriksen for all those years, allowing him to go to Spurs. We allowed him to go to Inter Milan. We wasted that opportunity. You know, we tried our arm for Fabregas, didn't we? Apparently, he was very, very close, if you believe Moyes. But ultimately, he elected to stay. And we didn't go out. We didn't find that player that could come in and sit in our midfield for 8 years. Then that's what we needed to do. We needed somebody to come in and fit into our midfield for the next 8 years. And we wouldn't have gone through so many managers if we'd had the players that they wanted. The list of players that we were desperate for. Even Moyes, to be fair, wanted different players than he ended up with. He ended up with Fellaini. He didn't want Fellaini. He made it clear he didn't want Fellaini. He wanted an attacking, creative midfielder. So when you take Carrick and Scholes out of the equation, when you take Carrick and Scholes out of the equation, we have been woefully under-equipped on creation. And you're absolutely right about Pogba. You know, he played out of position and he gave it everything. And that's why we were caught more often than not, because it just wasn't his bag. He didn't know what he was supposed to do as an 8. Herrera was actually a better 6 than a 10, a much better 6 than a 10. Yep. But we had Matic at that time, Jarvis. So you play Matic because you can't play Matic as a 10. You know that, and I know that. But he's a much better 6 because he could tackle Herrera, couldn't he? But he was very creative up top. When you look at the City game, when we came from 2-0 down, we stopped them winning the league that time, and Sanchez popped the ball in, and he pops it off his chest onto Pogba. Pogba scores. That was tremendous attacking football, ingenious, intuitive, and with a little bit of bite to it, because Ederson came in and absolutely could have pummeled Pogba, but he kept going and kept going. He got his goal, scored a decent header from a Sanchez cross. One of the very few games Sanchez had a good game, but we've never had that creativity in the middle, and we needed it. We've needed it for years and years and years and years and years, and all these managers have failed because of that. And so we've always bypassed the middle of the park, always done it. And Bruno doesn't suit an 8. We know that. We know he's a better.
But you do see my point with the dilemma of Amorim, because we need creativity. We need creativity deeper in the pitch. But Amorim football is all about the wide centre backs being the playmakers now, but we don't have that. In Luke Shaw, Lenny Euro could get there, but he's not there yet. He's too inconsistent with his passing. He's breaking the line passes. Sometimes he does it really good, but other times he can't find the pass. And this is why I think we will be we will look like another team when Martinez comes back somewhere in December. I think he's the only one.
Yeah, they're not letting him back, which is good. December was the earliest for me. I'd still January.
Right, I would. Knee, left knee, everything needs to
he needs to really needs to heal. So I'd keep him out till January, but he comes back in December. That's fine with me. I haven't got a problem. But it's all about balance. We haven't got the right balance. We don't have the right balance. We don't know that Maino can come in and provide that balance. We don't know this. We've spoken about it. We wanted him to be the difference maker. But we've allowed Bruno to become the kingmaker, as I've said before. Well, I'm playing, whether you like it or not. I'm playing. So play me an 8 and a 10. I don't care. I'm going out on that pitch with my armband and I'm playing. So I've got no problem with Bruno's attitude to want to play, but I've got an issue with his attitude on the pitch. And when he gets into this headstrop routine, everything else goes out the window and the game bypasses him. We can't allow that to happen.
100%, Stu. And I'm not even advocating for Bruno to play every game. That's not what I'm saying. That's not my point. I'm just trying to tell you what Amorim is struggling with when it comes to his team selection, because he needs to put in a balanced team. He sacrifices something, and I think I'm 100% sure that Amorim is aware of what he's sacrificing when it comes to the midfield. But I think he also feel for his attacking patterns to sit, he needs Bruno on that pitch, cost whatever it takes, And maybe that will be the hill he dies on.
Yeah, I think I think you're right, but I'm wondering, whether I'm going to get pelters now. Devilish Tacticos are going to giggle at me. Whether Mount comes in and tries to wrestle Bruno out the team. He's taken Cunha out, but did you see Cunha? Cunha got no issue with it. No problem. I'm perhaps not quite fit yet. Got no issue with that. That's fine. He scores a goal, no problem. But we know what Cunha can do. We know exactly what Cunha can do. He can drive from deep. He could be an 8 for us if we really needed him, but we don't want him there. We want him as this 10. But could you switch Cunha and Bruno? I don't think so. You could in theory. Don't get me wrong. But
I think it's interesting. Well, yeah, I don't know enough about Cunha, his defensive capabilities, his work rate. Can he run the amount needed to play in the midfield 8 maybe, or the roaming 8 maybe, but I don't know.
I think Mount could, because I think that Tuchel. Is it Tuchel? I'm just trying to think of when he was at Chelsea. Is it Tuchel?
When
Mount was at Chelsea, was Tuchel there? Mount was playing a lot at Chelsea, scoring a lot of goals, and he was playing in and around.
Was it Pochettino? No, the guy was before.
think it was Tuchel.
Frank.
Don't know. Anyway, whoever it was playing Mount in an 8, and moving towards a 10 and back as an 8. So whether or not we could use Mount in place, it was Tuchel, yeah. Yola Malmich just said. So it could be the real key to it. You made a point, actually, after the game Saturday night. You made that point about Mount's strengths and what he brought to the team, and that, particularly in that first half. So could we take Bruno out? Have we got this player, if he could stay fit, that we're looking for? I don't know. So your question, and it is absolutely correct, as always, our friends. I totally agree with you, mate. I'm not going to.
Bilal is coming in again with another super chat. Thank you, Bilal. I am Titanium. Absolute legend. Absolute legend. I need to get me one of those.
So I've got to tell you, Bilal. So my Mankini obsession started way before Borat. Who obviously, demonstrated how the Mankini should look. So I shipped out Sacha Baron Cohen quite a few of my Mankinis for him to try for the film, and so my obsession started probably about a year before Borat came out. Exactly what year that was, I can't quite remember, but that's when I when I started that. So you are very funny, Bilal. I love your super chats and your tweets. Thank you so much, Bilal, for your money. Absolutely superb, pal. Thank you. Uh-oh. What we got here?
I also need like some kind of cool glasses to put on when we get super chats.
What have you got? Show me.
This one?
Oh, the Blues Brothers.
I just call.
No, Stevie, no, it's more like the Blues Brothers, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. So, what about these?
Oh, I could keep those by the side, because I've got a pair of blue ones that we could mirror on those, old friend.
Again, these got to be Phillips.
Oh, nice.
Well, let's see what I have. This Prada glasses.
Not bad. I've got some Aviator Ralph Lauren's.
Nah, I'll go with maybe I'll go with these.
I'll be
Terminator.
I'll be back. Roy Orbison. The Javinator. Oh, fantastic. I like that. The Germinator. Absolutely brilliant.
These are better.
Oh, those are ski glasses.
Yeah, these are skis.
Yeah. You can tell that because they wrap around nicely, don't they?
I think I go on the next super chat. I'll go with these.
Well, you wear those in the next super chat, and then on our next show, I'll wear a new pair because obviously, we got another. Samix is in.
Hey, big up, Samix. Samix, I know you're always busy, but if you're around, jump on and have your save. Just let me know in the chat, and I'll send you the link as always.
He's given us $1.99.
Yes. By the way, I watched Samix's breakdown of the game the other night when we played against Sunderland. Brilliant show. Yes. And I talked about it, and Samix he broke it down when it comes to Casemiro, and I just want to say Casemiro was instrumental in that first half.
Yeah,
because I always talk about how we need someone to conduct the play, set the tempo, the rhythm of the game. And, Casemiro was so casual coming into position. He just glided into position, received the ball, looked for an opening. If the opening wasn't there, okay, give it back to Lenny Yoro, out of position again, and glide into position and remove and receive and then come with the pass. He actually set the tempo. And, this is what I feel we lack in Man United, because we have a player like Bruno. Bruno is a tempo setter. He receives the ball and just tries for the first pass.
Yeah, he has a tempo, Joris, when he gets pissed off. Yeah. But Samik says, thank you, Samik. I am big like a can of Pepsi. I like that one. Jarvis, again, absolutely ribbed in the channel, in the chat, and so you should. Devilish Tacticos have gone for you big time, and I don't blame them. And let's see. Oh dear, Bilal's having you. You look dodgy with the swimming ones, Jarvis.
What are these? These are the first one.
Oh dear. What else have
I
we
like
got?
them. I don't like them.
Jarvis, tell us you're a biker without telling us you're a biker. That's from Boxing Unfiltered. Mark O says, Jarvis didn't know you was a model. Oh, there you go. Trevor Wade, of course, coming in straight away. So is that Jarvis' excuse for bad skiing experience, the glasses? You've been absolutely rinsed, and so you should be.
Yes.
Old friends.
I don't deserve anything else. I brought it on
No
myself.
nonsense, McDade. Thank you very much, my darling, as always.
Big up, Catherine.
We
Thank you.
don't know when we're back yet. We need to. I think we're coming back Sunday, aren't we? Back Sunday?
Yes. Sunday night we will do a show, and I don't think I can do it Saturday, so Sunday night will be a good time.
Saturday I'll be struggling, but Sunday night I can do. Jarvis is a hand model.
Imagine being a hand model.
Well, I could be a hand model. I've got lovely hands.
Yeah, actually you do. But your nails, you need a manicure.
Yeah, they need a manicure. Yeah, they're a bit longer. Yeah. In fact, I got told off about those the other day, my nails. I won't go into details, but I got told off. Right, where are we? Moving on swiftly. I don't know why I said that. Jay is in. Get me out of trouble, Jay. Get me out of trouble. I strongly believe the rumours are false because Qatar are currently not interested in buying in England again. And the Glazers want to stay until at least 2030, is what I've been told. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Mark, thank you very much for that, pal. Stu, you can be whatever you want to be, mate. Thank you very much, pal. And Boxing Unfiltered comes in with his hands are too big. Okay. I don't know where did the hands come. Oh, that's Trev, isn't it? What else have we got? Jamie Wayne, that's nothing to do with Qatar either. Is that an innuendo, Tyrone? What did Tyrone put? We'll have to see if we can dig that one out below. Thank you all very much for your super chats. That is a massive, and it's been our biggest haul for a while. 263 watches. So thank you very much.
Yeah. That's
brilliant. Thank you for all the super chats. It is. But apparently we're only on just over 50 likes. So returned. What's the split, my old mate? Do you know what the split is?
The split is we have 54 on YouTube, 53. We just lost one, and 200 on 8 on X.
So we're 100%.
I'm just loading up I'm just loading up a link. Apparently, Fabrizio confirmed we are
handiwork if you can get
removing a midfielder in the summer, and I think it's Casemiro. Yeah, okay.
I think Casemiro goes.
Usual bullshit article. But
we're in for midfield.
We'll see. We'll see.
Anderson's on the radar for January, isn't he? I read from Forest.
Yeah, but he will be. What are we talking? 110 million. Forest don't need to sell anyone.
I don't know what he's got left on his contract, but.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Tyrone,
by the way, did you see Patrick Dorgu scoring for Denmark? And I think it was Højlund. At least he had 2 goals and 1 assist.
Yeah. Thank you, Tyrone. Absolutely fabulous, man. Really.
And by the way, Tyrone, he retweeted on X a couple of times, left a comment and liked. So thank you, Tyrone, for supporting the channel. You are a legend.
Brilliant comments again. Jarvis Scissorhands.
I actually liked that movie.
Edward Scissorhands, did you?
Yes. Yeah, I did.
Did you really? I don't think I ever watched it.
What's his name? The director. It's Tim Burton. Tim Burton. He always had these weird movies.
Was it Johnny Depp?
Johnny Depp, yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp. Edward Scissorhands. He cuts hair. And I kind of like it.
I like Sweeney Todd. I'll cut your hair and your throat. Sweeney Todd. What a film. And of course, guys, it's coming up a bit spooky time. So Jarvis might do us, if he's got time, because he's really busy, my old mate, we could have some spooky backgrounds. Because I love...
Yes, on Halloween. But when it's it's 30th of October.
31st. Sorry, I was Bill. I was after you tonight. I was going to call you third.
Oh yes, I have scored.
I was playing football last night, right? And someone took one right in the bollocks, and the thud was like stupendous, and he was going down, rolling around. And of course, I've got no sympathy for anyone, Charles. So I'm dragging him up. Come on, get on with it. He was red in the face. He was coughing.
Oof.
I felt so bad for the kid, really. But honestly, he's the thud. This show has gone completely off the rails. It's gone
You're off the rails.
gone.
You're in the ditch right now.
Oh dear. Oh, for crying out loud. What else is going on?
Trev, I'm 48 years of age. You know, I don't mind. I don't mind if I shoot blanks. I don't want
Trev, you absolutely.
I'm done. I'm done.
Oh, brilliant. Well, actually, look, I'm happy with my output as well.
Can we go back to Man United?
Yeah, shall we get back? It's my fault.
Yes. Did you see the Brentford guy we brought in as director of football operations?
Yeah, we got a football operations director, haven't we? Yeah.
Amish Manek, formerly with Arsenal and Brentford.
Yeah, I don't know much about him, to be honest.
Well, you know, he's been around. He's Premier League proven, and you know, Brentford, they are very, what do you call it?
Hey, you can't argue with Brentford.
Heavy on statistics, data driven. So you know, I think he can bring something, and it will help us in improving our signings. You know, so data is everything nowadays when it comes to player signings. You know,
Look, it is. I mean, data is everything. I mean, me and you would pass a bleep test now, no problem. Absolutely no problem. If the bleep didn't actually go off, and we were just allowed to do it without the bleep, we'd easily pass it. No messing. Yeah, carry on. Yeah. Don't bleep again. Yeah, we could easily do that. But no, data. You know, data. Believe it or not, actually, most people know this and remember this. Devilish Tactico as well in particular. Was Sam Allardyce. He was one of the very first to really look into the data analytics side of football, which was unbelievable because he's a kick and run bloke. But when you look at the players that he had at Bolton at that time, JJ Kocher and Hierro and I was the defender with the shaggy hair. I can't remember his name, but he was there. You know, they had a lot of world-renowned footballers, and they obviously bought a.
But JJ was the age. What was the king? You know, he
was unbelievable. He was absolutely
the hero. Yeah. You know, he was a
hero from Real Madrid.
Is that good that he needed to be
Colacino? Was it Colacino?
To be named twice.
Camoranesi.
Yeah,
that's some brilliant players. Sam Allardyce 4-4-2, absolutely.
Ivan Campo, yeah. Ivan Campo,
that's it. Campo. Yeah. That's it, Tyra. Boxing, Sam Allardyce was a 4-4-2 because he couldn't count, and that was the easiest way of setting people up. I can count 10 outfield players by doing that. If you put it in a 3-5-2, he'd lose it. He wouldn't know what to do with it.
No. Yeah.
But back in the day. And then obviously Arsene Wenger came in and he Jarvis and he really see you, Trev. Loved it again. We're back Sunday, fella. If you want to come and abuse us anymore, you're more than welcome. We wouldn't
always welcome.
You're always welcome. It's not the same without any of you guys in the chat. And then of course you had Wenger, didn't you? And this is our new guy, Jarvis. It's just an incarnation of what the likes of Allardyce and Wenger, brought to the Premier League.
Yeah. Stu, Jamie Wayne comes in with a question for you because this was actually on my list. One of the talking points. Thoughts on Maguire staying? So first of all, is it official that Maguire is staying because he hasn't He hasn't signed a new contract yet.
It's not official. He wants a
No.
contract. Jamie, I think it's time for him to go, buddy. I think you're right, mate. Look, I like Maguire. He's old-fashioned. He's like me. You know, I'm got any pace, Jamie. But I'm, you know, I love to mix it. I love to get in there and enjoy a tough battle. And he's good at that. And he's great in the air. But I think it's time he moved on, buddy. So I wouldn't give him a 12-month extra unless we're going to keep him in some kind of coaching capacity. But I don't know whether he wants to do his coaching badges or anything of that nature. I like what we're doing with Phil Jones at the moment. We're keeping him around the club so he can do his coaching badges and things of that nature. Maybe we could do something like that, but I think he needs to go, Jamie. I really do, pal. And it pains me to say it. It does, because when you look at a man,
Big Harry.
yeah, when you look at a man though, and the absolute shit he went through, and he still came and played and just got on with it and redeemed himself in many ways. I was delighted to see that, but he must go. No, he's got to go. I'm sorry. He's got to go.
Grace Sheridan, the legend, coming in and say, I'm taking over United, guys. The 3-4.
You do it, Grace.
And Dallow stays.
Yeah.
Grace, good to see you.
Good to see you, Grace. Always great to see you, Grace. But the guys are right about Maguire. You know, he's done a lot of good for the club. He's done a lot of bad, like Anana, but he's done a lot of good as well. So it's bittersweet for me, I'm afraid. Bittersweet.
Might as well give Sean a 10-year contract. Oh my God, I hope not. I hope not. I just want to have my say when it comes to Maguire. I think he well, let's look at the positives and the negatives. You know, he's older, but he's more experienced. We don't have much experience. He's tall and strong.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah.
And we have Luke Shaw is not tall. Leafja is not tall. Lenny Yoro is not a giant. He's okay. De Ligt is not the tallest centre back. So he's a tall centre back. And I think if we are going to sell, we have Heaven. And I think besides Maguire, Heaven is the second tallest centre back we have. I think we need a taller centre back if Maguire leaves.
You get a small amount of money from Maguire.
We need to replace him with an experienced centre back. Because we have enough young guys. We have Fredrickson, we have Heaven, we have Lenny Yoro. So we have 3 teens in our team playing for the centre back roles. So who would you bring in? Let's say if Maguire leaves.
Who would I bring in?
What type of player?
Well, they don't exist anymore. The Conor Codys of this world, when he was at Wolves, don't exist anymore. You know, him and Max Kilman at the time were a superb partnership, but it doesn't happen anymore. And when you look around, there's only really Mark Gay that anyone with any...
There's only one player I would bring in.
With any salt, and it's Mark Gay. And you're not going to get him. So where'd you go?
Bastoni.
Okay, well, yeah, I know you mentioned him. Yeah. I mean, would you get Anderson from Fulham? I like him. Solid. Good in the air.
It would be a Maguire replacement, 100%.
Would you bring him in? But again, where's your money? What type of money are we?
Maguire, I think he's a
got no chance. We got no chance. I mean, the problem for Liverpool right now is, let's be honest, Jarvis, if you're Real Madrid, what were you going to do in the summer? You're going to knock straight on his door, aren't you, and say, Mr. Guehi, come to Madrid. That's what you're going to do. Liverpool have missed their chance of getting him. I really believe that. So a bit like, but Guehi would be the one for me. But I like Anderson from Fulham. We spoke about him a few times. Who's the one at Bournemouth you like?
Bournemouth?
Yeah. You mentioned him a few times.
Always in Brentford with Ayer.
Is it Brentford, is it? I thought it was Bournemouth. It could have been Brentford, yeah. But obviously, look, Bastoni, what do you think Bastoni's worth?
Bastoni, I think he's the best centre-back in the world for playing in the back three. And I think he would fit perfect into this Amorim system. Like the playmaker type.
Yeah. 100 mil?
I don't know, but we have been linked to him like a couple of times, haven't we?
We have, yeah. I'd be interested to know what he's worth.
Well, you're probably right. It would be too expensive. He's still, let's say, how old is he? He's 26. Is he in his prime?
What were Liverpool looking to pay for Gueye? 75?
Yeah, I think there was something in that.
Something along those lines,
Yeah,
75? I know the devilish tacticals will know.
Okay, so his contract expires June 2028.
Bastoni.
Yeah, Bastoni.
He's going to be big money then. He's going to be big money.
So next summer will be June 2027. So he will have 1 year left on his contract. So it's possible. It's possible.
They'll contract extend him in the summer. I would. Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You would, wouldn't you? For business purposes, I contract extend him. Yeah. 100%.
But Scalvini too. Yes, Scalvini is a good. But there's something with Italian centre backs.
You mentioned Scalvini. But
yeah,
I thought you liked the guy at Bournemouth. I'm livid with myself now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. You're talking about Senesi.
That's him.
I'm sure that's the Argentinian guy, left-footed.
Yeah,
but he would be like a Luca replacement, not a Harry Maguire replacement.
You mentioned him. He's not a Harry Maguire replacement. No.
But they sold the two other. They sold the young Spanish guy with the Dutch
Madrid.
name. What's his name? To Real Madrid, and the other one, the Ukrainian guy, to PSG. So they had two brilliant centre backs, and both of them went to the big club.
Yeah.
But we called it here first.
We did.
Long time ago.
We did.
Yes.
Huijsen, that's him. Huijsen, yeah. But look, if we could get Bastoni, I agree with you.
Yeah. Huijsen.
That's
a Dutch name. It's a Dutch name. It's not a Spanish
name. Yeah, it's not a Spanish name. He's Spanish though.
He's Spanish.
Yeah, he's Huijsen Spanish. Yeah.
Who would have known? Who'd have
thunk that one?
Yeah. In other news, thank you for the Maguire question, Jamie. Roy Keane. The other day, he proposed Diego Simeone as the replacement if Ruben Amorim was dismissed from his job. So I don't know. What's your thoughts? Would Diego Simeone be a Man United manager if we brought him in?
Diego Simeone walks into our club, 3 first-team players turn up for training. The rest have handed in the notice. Because they'd all be saying, he'd get rid of a lot. He would not put up with 90% of our first-team squad.
No.
His attention to detail, his attitude, his will to win is completely unacceptable at Manchester United right now. Completely unacceptable. It just would not happen. He walked through the door. Bruno would be, can I go to Saudi Arabia, please? He would not be able to put up with the way that Simeone is. I mean, he's got his son playing for him, and his son is a fucking brilliant player. He's made, Conor Gallagher was superb. He's been playing very, very well at it. Look what he's done. Look what he's done. Okay, for the ex-Crystal Palace striker Sirloth. He doesn't play every game, but his fucking strike record.
He's scoring. I think I don't know how many goals, but he's averages on about 20 goals a season or more.
Something like that. And then you've got your guy you were talking about the other day, Alvarez.
Yes. Brilliant strike. Brilliant strike.
He's between them two, I believe they're keeping Griezmann out. Griezmann can't get a start, can he? He's a terrific manager.
But my question is, I'm not questioning his brilliance as a manager, but would he fit into Man United? And would Man United fans accept Simeone, because he's quite pragmatic when it comes to football?
Actually, I think we would. I think we would accept him. I think at the end of the day, I think somebody like Simeone would completely reshuffle and reshape the club. I think he's been. How long has he been at Atleti now? Isn't he the longest serving manager in club football?
He must be. He's been around for years and years.
He's got to be. Got to be. He's at home. He's been linked with so many jobs. I think he'll actually end up going and managing the Argentine national side. I think that's what it'll do.
It could happen. Yeah, he will probably win with a bit.
I think he'd be brilliant for us. You know, absolutely
brilliant.
And
you know, he's not even coaching the best team in Spain. You know, it's the third best team in Spain.
Athletic. He keeps Barcelona and Real Madrid honest.
100%. 100%.
I think Guardiola would leave if Simeone came.
You think so?
Just in case he got flattened on the touchline. The Premier League would not be able to cope with Diego Simeone. It just wouldn't.
If he was Man United manager, I think the referees would be after him, and he would probably get sent off almost every game.
Big time. They would be after him.
Yeah, they would target.
And you can't have a Simeone that comes in and changes his attitude. You can't allow that. Can't have it. So I think it'd be brilliant for us. I think he's great anyway. I love his energy. I love his passion. I love what he stands for. And he wins. He wins, Jarvis. He wants to win.
That's the thing. He's a serial winner. He gives everything for winning. So he has the right mentality. So big up to Roy Keane for proposing Diego Simeone as the replacement for Ruben Amorim if he gets the sack.
Totally agree. I think it'd be absolutely brilliant. I want to see a fight between Simeone and Dyche.
But speaking of Amorim, yesterday Ratcliffe came out and in an interview saying he will give Amorim 3 years. So he has backed Amorim with the full 3 years of his contract to prove himself, and he is signaling patience and trying to relieve the pressure on Amorim, because of the press and us fans. We're not happy with his performance. We talked about it in the group chat on WhatsApp the other day. We have 10 points in 7 games. So if we continue this point tally, we will end up at 54 points. And funnily enough, that was my prediction: 54 points. So this is where we're heading at the moment.
You said 55.
Maybe I said
55. But either way,
it's 54.2. So I'm point.
And I put in the group exactly what you said, and I made that point of clearing that up. Now, let me tell you how I view this. The stats don't lie in football, okay? And I've never liked the fact that managers get the boot over players anyway. I think it's collective, and I think a player is equally culpable. You've heard me say this before, and I've made my feelings clear about it. But let me be clear. He's not set the world alight as Amorim. That's all. But I want to say this, and I'm not talking now about Amorim. I'm talking about a manager. Many have been online. The Devilish Tacticos have been online before and said, all of us have said, the players are getting away with it again. The players are getting away with it again. The players again. All this says, and I agree with the guys, it could be any manager, this. All this is turning around and saying is the club is saying to the players, fuck you. Fuck you. At long last, somebody's turned around and said, I don't give a damn what you think. Our manager, whoever he is, I'm not just saying Amorim, I'm talking about our manager, okay, is here for 3 years. And if you don't like it, go and cry or go and play somebody else, somewhere else.
Yeah.
Go to Saudi Arabia, go to America, go wherever you like. He's here for 3 years. Now, do we want to back Amorim for 3 years? That is a massively, massively difficult call, Jarvis. Because as much as I am one for saying I think we need to look after managers and give them time, we would have been relegated. We'd have been in Championship now under his current form.
Mm-hmm.
And the stats don't lie. So they're all right. Every single one of the Devilish Tacticos is right. It's sackable what's happened. So on one hand, I think Amorim's very, very, very lucky. But on the other hand, I've been calling for the board to say to the players, this manager, I'm not talking about Amorim, but this manager is going to be here for 3 years, whether you like it or not. Now, let me just quickly reference Watford, and people are wondering what the hell are you referencing Watford for? They've sacked yet another manager. So these players have got yet another manager fired. Okay, another manager's been sacked at Watford. So they're bringing in, yeah, I think it's 20 managers in 14 years or something stupid like. It's ridiculous under the Pozzo family. But what they're doing, these players don't care. They can get away with it. The players have been able to get away. Oh, he's only going to be here 6 months. I ain't listening to you. Piss off. The Pozzo family should come in and say, you are here for 3 years, the end. Whatever happens, you're here for 3 years. So it could be, it could be to stoke the flames, boxes straight. So I agree. But all I'm saying is, I'm not backing Amorim because I've been on record, Jarvis, as saying, this is relegation. I mean, I made the point, but I like the fact that we've come out and we've said we're backing somebody for 3 years. Now, why didn't we do that with Mourinho, for example? Or why didn't we do it with Ollie?
100%.
When Ollie was really under the cosh with the players, why didn't the board come out and say, "Fuck you, players, you're staying for 3 years, Ollie. Whatever happens." I know it's a bold move. I get it.
That's not how it works. When the pressure gets too much, it's done. When it's done, it's done. We all know it. It doesn't matter if the board want to sack him or not. When you have to act, you have to act. That's
I totally agree. And it could well be.
And it's coming from Ratcliffe. It's from an idealistic point of view. I want to give him 3 years. I want to back the manager. Yeah, sure you do. But what are you going to say? Are you going to say the same words after us losing 7 of the next 10 games? It's not how it works.
We know Jarvis now. He's going to be here till the summer. That he'll be here till the summer now. That's it.
I'm not convinced. I'm convinced.
I
think anything can happen. If we go on a losing streak, let's say Man United. Now we have Liverpool. Then I think we have Brighton, and then we have Forest away, and
I think we beat
Spurs
Liverpool.
and Spurs.
Yeah, I think so.
We have. Let me repeat. We have Brighton, Forest away. We have Spurs, and Liverpool. It could be 4 losses in the next 4 games.
It could be 4 wins.
But it could easily be 4 losses.
But I think we beat Liverpool. I do. I don't think we beat Brighton. I think we beat Forest. And I think we draw against Tottenham.
Okay.
That would be my prediction. But I think he's given himself nowhere to go for 12 months now, or for the rest of the season, in my opinion. What he does after that, I don't know. But all I'm saying is I like the fact that finally we've had a board that's come out and said to the players, I don't care. I don't care what you think. I'm telling you that this guy could be here for 3 years. I'm with you. I don't think he will. I think he'll be gone at the end of the season. But he won't be gone mid-season now. He can't do it.
I'm just thinking of. I think we are at the starting point of something that can go really toxic, and what will happen when we lose against Liverpool? What will happen when we lose the next game?
What if we beat Liverpool? But what if we beat Liverpool?
Yeah, but we could, but we
could. I don't think Liverpool are playing particularly well.
If you're playing the odds. If you had let's say £100, and you could set on the next 4 results of Man United, and you would do whatever you could to win money.
I'd back us to beat Liverpool.
Would you?
Still. Yeah, lose to Brighton.
So you see us as favourite in that game?
I'll back us to beat Liverpool. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Lose against Brighton because we don't do well at Brighton. We'll beat Forest. I think we draw against Tottenham.
Okay.
Now, Ekatiko's back, granted. He's back. But I think there's something about us at the minute that suggests we can go there and grab a win. Won't be easy. We drew 0-0 there last year, remember?
We did.
I'm not saying
one of our best games.
Yeah, and we could just do it again. Liverpool haven't turned up this season yet at all. Now, I'm not saying they won't turn up. But okay. Okay. Anyway, I'm not saying they won't turn up, because there's a possibility we could go there, Jarvis, and get beat 4-0. Okay. There's a possibility we could go there and beat them 2-1.
But I don't think Liverpool are massive favorites when it comes to this game.
No,
But I feel that
absolutely.
they are.
She's done it again. She's done it again.
Grace.
She's done
I
it
just
again.
wanted to shout out the Jimbo the Ball coming in, a new name that I haven't seen before. But Grace Sheridan coming in. Where's the glass? I'm
Go on, you're gonna go on. Give her the specs. Give her the shades. Look at that.
What's your shades?
Oh, sorry. I thought I was going to give you centre billing. Crikey, here they are. There they are. Yes. I'll get the old snake out in a minute.
The Blues Brothers.
The Blues Brothers. I've got a pair like that. I'm going to get mine for next show. We're going to wear the same shades.
Thank you, Grace, for the super chat. And she comes in and says, if we beat Liverpool, we are winning the league.
We are
going for the title race. Second half of the season.
We are winning the league.
Bilal come in with a 4-0 loss incoming. Jamie Wayne, we are not beating Liverpool. Anyway, the dream manager, everyone wants Glasner.
He wants to go to Munich. He does,
yeah. Big up. Thank you, Grace, for that lovely super chat. You are a legend, always supporting the channel. Let's see if I have any other talking points. I think I have one more. There was something about there's something about the new stadium season ticket pricing. Did you read that one, Stu?
I didn't read about the pricing, but I read that they're going to sell seats for longevity.
Yes. So what's your thoughts on that? Would you buy a seat like that? Would you put money into it, paying like £4,000 or £5,000?
No.
Would anyone?
Oh yeah. 100%. Americans. Look.
But is this a way to price out the regular game match-going fans?
Yeah, it's what I said to you about the season ticket holders. They don't want me anymore. Now, you're actually probably the best person to actually, good night, Vicky, my darling, to talk about it, because you live in Norway. If you had the chance and you could afford to pay £5,000 and come over every game and really utilise that seat, would you do it? There you go.
I would definitely.
Yeah, exactly. So you take my seat. So my season ticket's gone. Jarvis Cocker has my seat. That's how it works. This is the problem with our club. So and we do this, by the way, at Wembley Stadium. I think they've got called Club Wembley seats. So the seats are round. So basically, you're buying the seats off somebody, and Wembley getting a booking fee for it. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And it won't work for us. Yeah, I agree.
5,000 for one seat.
It's really sad. It's really sad.
Prices out the hardworking, hardcore fans as Boxing Unfiltered coming in with. So I agree. I think
he's absolutely right. And you know, I was using you as an example. But if you're in China, don't forget, people from China buy tickets to come across just for the weekend. And by the way, it takes them a day to get here and a day to get back. So
yeah. Zero Cool coming in. Dortmund lifetime membership is priced at 6,000.
6,000 euros. I didn't know that.
Cool. Big up Zero Cool. I haven't seen your name before, so if this is your first time, please subscribe to the channel if you like what you see, the Tactical Devils.
Yes.
And Grace coming in and say, can you sing me some Michael Bublé?
What does the bubble sing?
The Bublé.
What does Bubble
Is it just Christmas classics?
Does he do Christmas classics? What does he sing?
I think it's like elevator music, something like.
I don't know the bubble. Sorry, I don't know the bubble. It doesn't go with something like birds flying high up in the sky. No?
Yeah, I think a beautiful voice too. Please
Well,
continue.
Well, no, I don't know the words. That's at all. I don't know any bubble. We'll try and find a bubble song out for you. And me and Jarvis will give you a bit of a serenade on Sunday night, Grace. We promise. We will.
I think we lost the first time who subbed now after Stu singing.
He's gone. Sorry, Zero Clue. If you come to see a clown, you've seen him. But if you come for real football talk, you've also, me and Jarvis, we are big into proper football talk. So it's just one of those, it's just a bit of a fun show tonight, pal.
It's a Thursday night, it's late, it's late.
Yeah, it's late. We've had a great show. Some of the comments tonight have been absolutely top draw. They've had me and Jarvis in tears at some point. Yeah, sorry for my singing. That was abysmal. And
I think you have a beautiful voice too. You sing more. You should definitely sing more.
I sing in the shower, I think.
You do?
Yeah. But funny enough, I'm a bit of a metal fan, so I like me metal. So
you a bit away?
Metal fan. I like metal.
Okay.
Yeah. I like guitar music.
What are you listening to right now, Stu? What's your go-to record?
Oh, so album? I've just resurfaced Sempiternal by Bring Me the Horizon. Absolutely terrific album. I love it. They went a little bit wayward for me the last couple of years, but I think they've got their mojo back. So yeah, I'm kind of like that. I love a lot of guitar music. Pete Thorne, Joe Satriani, very good. Just guitar music. I love the old favourites. I'm a huge Whitesnake fan. I've seen Whitesnake tons of times, like Metallica, Megadeth, etc. That type of thing. But at the minute, I'm re-listening to Bring Me the Horizon, Sempiternal. If you like Bring Me Horizon, Sempiternal album, let us know in the chat. If you don't, let us know what you like, because it's always good to know what each of us likes. That's what friends.
So what do you play? The air guitar or the air drums? Or
I play the air drums.
No,
I play the air drums because I've got a small electronic drum kit, which I'm trying to learn drums, but I can't seem to get the grip. So I've got some black drumsticks as well. I'll show you my drumsticks next time we're on. So I'm trying to drum. So if there's any drummers,
how do you do it? Like diddle.
You go dun, 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 and then you have to hold the sticks quite loose, I'm told, so it almost does a double bounce. So you can do it quite quickly. Like, oh no, that didn't look right. That didn't. Not like that, gentlemen and ladies. It was this. That didn't look right. So like a skill, I think. So you're supposed to do that. But it's all about the wrists, apparently. So there's a channel actually that I follow on YouTube called Drumeo, and Studio in Medea with Brian Cox. There. No, I don't think so, Jay. You might have to remind me on that one. Linkin Park. Linkin Park is good. So they've just got a new singer, Emily. They were getting a lot of stick, Linkin Park. Rush are about to come back out on tour in 2026.
Oh, Rush.
Yeah, with Anakin. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's a funny bass.
Yeah.
What else? So I just love music. I like theatre with music as well. I used to like.
What's the song? Tom Sawyer? Isn't that the Rush song?
Tom Sawyer's a Rush song. Yeah. So Jamie Wayne knows his stuff because he knows Annika Niles, and she is a fucking top draw drummer. She is brilliant. Yeah, absolutely.
Marillion, Whitesnake, Soundgarden, and Audio Slave.
Yeah.
Cristiano and Rage Against the Machine. That's a mashup.
Rage Against the Machine. Yeah, I was going to say that was a mashup. I love Tool. I love Tool. I think Maynard Keenan, absolutely brilliant. Great vocalist, lyricist as well. His lyrics are superb. They're extremely intellectual. His lyrics. Love stuff like that. Emptiness Machine. Yeah, that was superb. Look, I for me, it's Are we going to see Steve Hackett next week? We do need to get Keith Hackett back on, don't we? I don't know who Steve Hackett
Who's
is.
Steve Hackett? This is his long lost son playing the
Yes,
guitar.
maybe. But we need to get Keith Hackett back on. You just reminded me by saying Hackett. We must do that. Yeah. So look, it's actually Jamie Chester would approve of a voice. I totally agree. I think diehard Linkin Park fans don't like her, but I think she's fucking awesome. But Anna Canals as well, great drummer. Fleetwood Mac.
Ooh.
Yeah. Audio Slave was, Chris Cornell was just absolutely brilliant. There's some great older
I've been
bands.
listening to my latest albums. I've been listening to OK Computer, Radiohead. You know,
Okay.
I listened to it too much in the 90s, so I haven't.
Nothing wrong with Radiohead.
I haven't listened to it like for 10 years, and now suddenly I started listening to it again. So I like that. And I have one new favorite song, and that's Let Down. And what I've been listening to: Smashing Pumpkins, Interpol, Arcade Fire, White Stripes, Chili Peppers, and the
Well,
Killers.
split up, didn't they, the White Stripes? She gave up, didn't she, Meg White? She didn't want to do it anymore.
I don't know. Weren't they siblings? Two of them?
I think I don't think they were married. I think they were sisters. Yeah, it's just Jack White and Meg White,
siblings.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yeah, yeah, of course. There's some great bands, by the way, that some are coming with. I love Pink Floyd, by the way, for mellow listening. I love Floyd. I quite like the Chili Peppers. I'm not a huge fan of them. I like Iron Maiden. I've seen Maiden tons of times. Absolutely superb. I do like those, but I'm also a bit obscure, by the way, guys. So I'm going to hit you with a couple of obscurities. I really, really like King Diamond. Absolutely phenomenal. Merciful Fate, absolutely brilliant. A lot of people don't like King Diamond. They don't like his vocals, but I think his vocals are just top drawer, and the musicianship of the band is absolutely brilliant. I love King Diamond. Yeah, absolutely. Ghost, I started to listen to, but couldn't quite crack it with Ghost. Just he's all right, but I'm just not there with Ghost. Radiohead, yeah, I love Radiohead. They were brilliant a few years back at Glastonbury. They headlined Glastonbury a few years ago. They were absolutely.
They're actually touring Europe in, I think it's November.
Yeah, they're going back.
November. They're touring Europe, so I tried to get tickets. They're playing a set in Berlin and one in Copenhagen, but that was impossible. I tried to get tickets, and I think they opened like 12 or 1 o'clock in the evening, and I was ready, pressed 100 times, refresh. So I started out number 20,000 in the queue, and when I was 8,000 in the queue, it was sold out. Yeah.
Evanescence, Amy Lee, she's got a superb voice. Hailstorm, quite good. The Warning, the three sisters from Mexico, are phenomenal. I haven't heard of Riverside. No, Polish prog. I'll look into those, Dave. No, I've not. I've not heard of those.
What's your thoughts when you like rock and roll, heavy metal? Pantera. Do you like Pantera?
Oh, yeah,
System of a Down.
Yeah, look, I was into Pantera when I was a nipper. I absolutely loved Cowboys from Hell. What an album! Vulgar Display of Power, great album. Absolute heavyweights. Dimebag and Vinny.
Definitely one of my favorites when it comes to a little bit harder music. And
if you listen to their lyrics, they were hugely intellectual. Some of their stuff wasn't basic lyricism. There was a lot of intellectual wording in there. Very, very good. Quite like Slayer. Changed a little bit, of course, when Jeff passed away. I love Anthrax because they're just crazy, absolutely nuts. Steph, now Gary Moore. It's one of my favourite guitarists. Now he had a guitar actually. If you watch Metallica now, what do you call it? Kirk Hammett plays Gary Moore's old guitar, which he got off Peter Green from Fleetwood Mac. I think they call it Greenie. Prince, phenomenal guitarist. You never really get to hear him, but phenomenal guitarist. Yeah, loads of great bands. Great bands. Yeah. You know, Ozzy, you couldn't. Now, Fozzy, Jamie, is Fozzy the wrestler? What's his name? The blonde wrestler, long hair. Jericho, Chris Jericho. Is that Fozzy? Am I right in saying that, Jamie? You might have to let me know on that one, pal. But I love guitarists. I love drummers, though. So I'm not very good, but I like I said, I've got this. It is Chris Jericho. Thanks, Grace. I have got this this small drum kit, which I'm trying to learn drums on. But what I was saying was, I listened to or watch Drumeo. And Drumeo, what they do is they get drummers in, like Mike Portnoy, whatever, and they play the music they've not heard, and then they have to imagine a drum track. So it's phenomenal. So you learn a hell of a lot with those. So the Rogue, I think that's new, isn't it, Jarvis? The Rogue? Are you new to the channel? Are you new to the channel?
Oh, big up.
Big up if you are. I think you are.
Lights. Big up, bro.
Lights, yes. Red or.
But you know, that's Stu's favorite saying, go rogue.
It is. Go rogue is my favorite saying. Yeah, yes. Music is food for the soul. You're absolutely right. I think without music, we'd all be bored. Get you out of a dark place. I agree, Jamie, on that one, brother. You can always reach out to me and Jarvis if you ever go into a dark place, fella. Ronnie James Dio, yeah, superb. I've seen him a couple of times. He was absolutely what a voice! What a voice! Absolutely tremendous. But I love live music. I don't think you can beat live music. So I do. And
what do you reckon? What about Sepultura?
I no, the drummer, the ex-drummer, who's Eloy Casagrande, is now drummer for Slipknot. He's an absolute powerhouse. But I prefer Jay Weinberg behind the kit for Slipknot, to be honest. But Sepultura, Brazilian, not a huge fan. Great lead singer. I love him to bits. But
Max Cavalero, that's his name. The
but he always starts his sets off with counting 1, 2, 3 in Brazilian, doesn't he, in Portuguese? And then he goes. That's it. And then he goes in and he goes into. Yeah. But I think they're on the farewell tour, aren't they? Their final tour, which is interesting because I believe Jay Weinberg, I think he's playing for Suicidal Tendencies at the minute, but I think he's going to be on the last Sepultura tour. But yeah, I don't mind Sepultura.
No, okay.
Oh, here we go. Boxing Unfiltered. I'll do a genuine one in the chat to go and see. I've never heard of those, pal. But thanks for that all. Anyway, let's get Jonathan.
No, that's super chat. We need to give Jonathan Hindenburg the glasses.
Have you got it?
Over here.
There we go. I'll give him the glasses.
Big up Jonathan coming in with the 20 Swedish kroner saying it's happening now. Legends, Glazers, Ineos.
Too right. Yes. Jonathan, brilliant for that. What else have we got? Bilal says he was in the dark place and he turned the lights on. Oh, God. Yeah, brilliant.
Dave coming in and say Radiohead put me in a dark place. No.
Yeah, actually, people in the UK aren't, some people like them, some people don't. Radiohead.
What's there not to like? I think they are brilliant.
I like the bass player Johnny Greenwood's. No, Johnny Green was the guitarist and the keyboardist. The other Greenwood. The bass player
was it Colin?
Colin Greenwood.
Johnny and Colin.
Colin Greenwood, the bass player.
Colin Greenwood. Yeah.
He stands by the drummer all set, doesn't he? And that's all he does. And then at the end of a song, he'll turn around like that, as if he's done something miraculous. Absolutely brilliant. I think Johnny Greenwood's super talented musician, songwriter.
But Stu, I got to tell you something when it comes to OK Computer. You know, I haven't listened to it for, I would say, more than 10 years, maybe more. But I started listening to it again now. And, you know, it's have you ever like read a seen a film or read a book and you haven't and took it up again after 10, 15 years and
Yeah,
suddenly it has a different story, even if it's the same film or the same book,
yeah.
because we have evolved. And this is how I feel now when it comes to Radiohead. You know, I haven't listened to it, and now suddenly I hear new things. I appreciate other songs.
And you're
I
excited
listen
again.
to and lyrics means different things.
Yeah.
So that's why, you know, I feel now at the moment I'm in a Radiohead moment. Yeah.
I've got no problem with that. You know, I did very much a similar thing with Bring Me the Horizon. I switched off a couple of for a few years because they're doing collabs with dance artists. They were doing collabs with what's his name, the fucking ginger nut, Ed Sheeran. I mean, fucking hell, I just couldn't cope with that. Just couldn't cope with it at all. But then they're starting to get their mojo back, and I picked up. I was in the car. And my, I just bought my Apple, what's the Amazon Music app on random, and they came up, and I thought, and I'm banging away. I'm thinking, fuck me, what a great song that is. Can You Feel My Heart? And that was it. I just got into it. Hospital for Souls, Deathbeds, and I'm drooling.
Yes.
I've been listening to that for a while. But yeah, I love music. I absolutely. But of course, AC/DC, the best. I've seen them a million times. They were terrible with Axl Rose there, but Brian Johnson, absolutely phenomenal.
Yes. Dave asking me a question. Jarvis, you prefer OK Computer or the Benz? Well, actually, in the 90s, I preferred the Benz. But it was more guitar music. OK Computer is more electrical. But, you know, now I prefer OK Computer. So, you know, as I said, things change when you get older. It's just the way it is. But
we
both
get wiser.
Great albums.
We get wiser, old friend. Bon Scott era. Yeah, he was unbelievably amazing. Bon Scott. Again, taken from us too quickly.
Prodigy.
Prodigy, yeah. Just when you actually look at it and when you think about all the bands that influenced you as you've grown up and how excited you were to see them, and you do go back to them. And I talked to Jake about it. My son, who's 24, who's he? He said to me the other day, he said, Dad, you'll never believe it. I'll go, what? Like that. As he goes, Dad. I go, what? He goes, Gunner's coming to the UK. I can't fucking believe it, Gunner. And I'm like, who the fuck's Gunner? Who's he? Right. If you know who Gunner is, Devilish Tacticos, let me know. Anyway, I had to Google him. So I found out he's some kind of rapper or something, the best rapper the world's ever seen, apparently. And he's coming over with...
But one more question to you before we wrap up.
What's
the loudest gig you ever been to?
Oh, AC/DC, by far.
AC/DC.
By far. There was... I mean, I never went to a... I'm going to get absolutely blasted now. I never... Yeah, we should do, actually. I never went to a Motorhead gig. I never got the chance.
Motorhead, Lemmy. That was the loudest. You know, my ears was singing, screaming.
Days. So my loudest is AC/DC, but apparently he was out of this world, Lemmy live. Apparently, I never got to see one. I was quite upset and sad about that.
I saw him in my town, Tromsø.
Playing.
There was a festival there, Midnight Sun. You know, and it was in the middle of July. It was a beautiful surroundings down by the sea. There was a beach there, beautiful place, and then comes Motorhead and Lemmy. It's like so loud, like
you still can hear him now. You most interviews will tell you from some absolute rock legends would say that Lemmy's probably the greatest rock bassist ever to play. I mean, his basses were beautiful, weren't they? They were beautifully hand carved, and AC/DC were absolutely brilliant. I back in the day at the old NEC Arena in Birmingham, standing in the front row, and a bit of a mosh pit there, and the fucking for those about to rock, the fucking cannons went off. Oh, fucking! I thought I was dead. Oh, absolutely brilliant. People were puking up in front of me. It's fucking great. Absolutely great. But we talk, as I say, we talk to our kids, don't we, about certain things. You tell Philip about Radiohead. Who's that, Dad? I'm fucking Radiohead. I'm into 6-7, and you're like, who?
No. Philip, he loves Smashing Pumpkins.
Oh, what a legend.
Yeah. That's his go-to song. We always play it in the car.
Yeah, honestly, that's mint. That is, yeah. No, I like stuff like that. As I say, Jake is into. Well, he wants a set of decks, so he can do all that kind of stuff for his Christmas presents. That's it, yeah. Scratching, all that kind of nonsense. So I said, yeah, I'll get him that. That's fine, whatever. But he wants a set of that. But
is it dubstep? Is that what it's called?
No. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was 10 years ago, but something else now.
Imagine us rapping into the next super chat. That'd be hilarious. Go on, Bella. We'll do that. We'll do that on Sunday. If you send us a super chat Sunday, pal, we'll wrap it for you.
Well, Stu, do you like hip hop?
No, it's not me. And I'll tell you why it's not me. Because to get me on the dance floor, I've got to be absolutely wankered. And then I think I'm the greatest dancer on the planet. When clearly I'm not. And I know I'm not. I know I'm poor. I really, really do know I'm poor. But when I've had a few and we're on there with the lads, it's great fun. It's just great fun. So, but I'm poor. I'm poor at best. And that's being brutally honest with you guys. I'm just shocking. I can't drum, but I think I'm a drummer. But I like to try different things. I like to challenge myself, and eventually I'll be able to drum basic, and that's my game and my aim. I'll show you my drumsticks on Sunday night.
Yes, show and tell. Bring your drumsticks.
They're Vic Firth. Apparently he's good. I was just going Vic who's a Vic who? Apparently they're good drumstick sometimes.
I was dead scrolling the other day, and apparently there was a drummer there, a guy with a bit like a beard, cap backwards, hat backwards, and he was drumming. He could play. That was magical. Is that
on YouTube?
Yeah.
So there's a guy on YouTube. He's I don't know if he's Czech or Slovakian or something like that. But he'll drink a cup of coffee and play and do that.
He can play everything.
He's out of this fucking world. He's unbelievable. He is. He really is unbelievable. I can't remember. Guys, we should wrap up really.
Yes. It's been a brilliant show. So many Red or Dead, OB, Stephanie, big up, Belal, Jonathan Lilienberg, Boxing Unfiltered, been around the whole show. Let me just scroll up a little bit. The new name that I haven't seen before, Jimbot the Bull, and there was one guy who was new who subbed. So let me see if I can find it.
Oh yeah, there's a guy who subbed.
Tumi Moshidi. I haven't seen it. Ratcliffe once said the Glazers are good people. What does he think of them now? I really hope they sell behind his back. That will teach him. Shouldn't have trusted him in the first place. Yes, I agree, Tumi. That's actually a great comment. Sorry I didn't read it out. We were so busy talking about old music. The Rogue, yes. Hit those lights. Yes. Big up the Rogue. But other new names, thank you guys. If this was your first time, please subscribe to the Tactical Devils. And I want to shout out Bilal for
Zero Cool.
Zero Cool, yeah, that was his name. Big up Zero Cool. I want to shout out Bilal for the super chats. Some Meeks coming in. Big up some Meeks. If you're still watching, I hope you're well. Grace Sheridan with her super chat, and Jonathan Lilienberg. Thank you everybody for supporting the channel. That's brilliant. Let's see who else. And we have MUFC 14 coming in late. Big up to the panel and the chat. MUFC 14, we are wrapping up the show. Go back if you want to watch the beginning. If you have any insights on the current takeover rumor, please share in the non-live section after the show, and we can talk about it in Sunday's show. Thank you, Rich 060 Rich 066 coming in and say evening. Hope it's true the Glazers have ruined our club. Big up, Rich, and Tyrone Williams coming in and say good night, everyone. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. It's been a great show. We will see you on Sunday night.
Jay has asked a question. Jay, I've started. We will answer it for you Sunday night. Tune in. We will answer that for you. I promise you.
What question?
It's a bit we've got to go into it. It's a big one. So we'll answer that for you Sunday, Jay. 100%.
You say that, Stu, but I don't know. All the things we start goes away when we open up a new stream. That's the problem.
This will stay because we don't delete it.
No, I'm not deleting anything. It just removes itself automatically. But I will take a screenshot of it, and I have the question.
Oh, you're going to take a screenshot? Nice.
Yeah, I just did.
You're a legend. Jarvis is a legend, you see, Jay. I wouldn't have thought about that. I was waiting for that. Stu the tosser. What a wanker. He's fucking useless. He's
big up. Obi.
He's already beat you to it. He said, "I'll take a pick." Bollocks to you.
Yes, pick up boxing.
He's already beat you to it. I'll take the pick. Fuck off.
Yes, thank you everybody for tuning in. We will be back Sunday night. It's been a great stream. Always a pleasure talking with you guys and Stu. So we will see you on the next one. Keep rocking night all. Big up, Dave. It's been brilliant. Leave a comment. Tell me about your favorite music after the show, and we will continue the debates in the non-live section, comment section. So have a good night, everybody, and bye.